Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about mental health, depression, anxiety, all of the things I've been dealing with the past couple of months. But we're also going to be talking about a bunch of new products that have come out. And before we get into all of that, I want to give you guys a little tidbit of advice. If you guys like iced coffee from Dunkin' and want to get it for free, here's what you got to do. Go to the drive-thru alone or with a dog, because that's what I did, my little pup. Look a little poor, like don't have makeup on, don't straighten your hair, just literally get out of the shower and go to the drive-thru. Definitely make sure you get behind a wealthy, older gentleman in a red Corvette, and bam. Free coffee for you and the whole family. I don't know if this is going to be a tutorial. Honestly, this video is going to be all over the place. It's been my first time on camera doing a tutorial in a couple of months. So forgive me if this isn't perfect. Forgive me if I'm like all over the place, but let's just get into it. So first, we're going to prime our skin. I've been using the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Skin Primer. I don't know how much this actually mattifies my skin. I just got back from Florida and I was using this just as like something to wear so I wouldn't get super oily because it's really hot there. And it really honestly wasn't keeping me super matte. So I don't really know how well that works, but we're applying a primer anyway. Next, we're going to be using foundation. This is the Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. And I am in the shade Light Medium 12. I can't say that this is like a first impression. I have used this once and I was obsessed with it. I'm going to just do about 1 to 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take it with my Morphe sponge and just blend this around my face. So let's talk about my mental health. Honestly, the past couple of months have been extremely rough. Not past couple of months. I'm going to say probably almost a year has been extremely, extremely rough. It was kind of ever since my fiance left for his deployment that I kind of slipped into this like depression. Oh, look at that coverage, guys. So he left last October and I was just really sad. I honestly have never been in love with someone like that. So it was just like it was like a shock that I was going to be without him for 9 months, which is not a short amount of time. Like 9 months is like people carry and have children in 9 months, you know? So it was a fairly long time. And I didn't really deal with it that well. I was noticing that I was stopping doing the things I liked. I stopped hanging out with friends. I really got distant from them. I just kind of got distant from everything. I would come home from work and I would just lay in bed. And that's all I really did. I didn't go out. I didn't even celebrate my 25th birthday. Like, I didn't do anything. It only got worse, I'm going to say, because life doesn't stop for anybody. And I definitely learned that the hard way. So the more I just laid around and the more I like stopped filming and stopped doing makeup and stopped doing everything I loved, the more depressed I got. Because honestly, to keep it 100 with you guys, this is definitely a career that I really, 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 really want. And I know that I haven't really been the best quote-unquote influencer to really make that happen, which is honestly my own fault. But all I'm saying is like this is definitely what I want to do like as a job. Like I really honestly love filming. I love trying and testing new makeup for you guys. I like filming different looks. I just like doing makeup. Next, we're going to be taking the Urban Decay Correcting Concealer. And this is in the shade 30 NY. I also picked this up while I was in Florida. And we're really going to see how this is going to work. It may be just a tad light. This concealer, it's definitely got some coverage on it though. Like, hello. I hope that this like blends together well. Because honestly, if it doesn't, we're going to make it work. The more time that passed by and the less I was doing stuff was not helping. I mean, I've gained like legitimately 30 pounds. since all of this huge depression started, I'm really depressed about the way that I look. I'm depressed about my career, how it's just not where I want it to be, how I'm only getting older. And I mean, there's a lot of other things I'm not touching on because those are really personal, and I feel as though I want to keep some stuff personal. There's not everything that the internet needs to know, but there were some other like really major factors that led to like my depression and anxiety and stuff getting worse. I've just been trying really hard to get myself out of this depression, and I think this trip to Florida that I just got back from literally last night is what really did it for me. Going to Disney World and really thinking about all the times I went there as a kid and all the dreams that I had for myself, like, I need to get my shit together or none of that's ever gonna happen. Like, I really can't let, like, depression take over my life and take over me. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna set my face with the Becca Hydra Mist Satin Refresh Powder. This is actually kind of cool. I don't really know much about this, but it really feels like I'm placing something wet on my skin, but it makes my skin look effortless and flawless. And I used my sponge to press that into my skin. Oh, I just broke that. I've always been this really happy person. I've kind of just let the stresses of life just really roll off my shoulders. And I think I was just really weighted down by a lot of things that were going on. I've had to postpone SRS and stuff because of my mental health. Like, I'm definitely not really in a good place mentally to have such a major surgery like that. And that's another thing that has depressed me. So it's just kind of been a snowball effect of things getting worse and worse. But I think after this trip, like I said, to Disney, I really kind of pulled out of it. I feel a little bit more optimistic at life. I'm really excited to come back and film videos for you guys. I'm really excited to come back to Instagram and just come back to social media in general fully and ready to go. I have a lot of fun things that I want to do. My fiance and me, he's been like the biggest supporter in trying to help me get out of this depression and starting back up Instagram, starting back up YouTube and stuff like that. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I will definitely have that linked below, so definitely check it out. I don't post my ass or boobs on Instagram, but like, you know what? You never know. It's 2019. I may start. You know, I feel like that's all that I see on Instagram now, and I've never been like super comfortable like posting stuff like that. But I mean, if you guys see my like butt or boobs on Instagram, just know like we in it. So I'm going to take my CoverGirl translucent powder and I'm just going to bake underneath my eye. Just because I'm going to be using some shadows I've never used before. I don't really know if there's going to be a lot of fallout or not, so I don't really want to ruin the base that we've already started. So I'm just going to pack this underneath. So the eyeshadow palette that we're going in with today, I've had for about a month and a half, and I've wanted to use it for so long. I just honestly couldn't get myself to use it. I just wasn't inspired to do makeup. But that is the Jawbreaker palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is the absolute first eyeshadow palette I have from his brand. I have heard some good things. So I'm kind of excited because there are definitely a lot of different colors in this palette. We are going to do something a little bit crazier today. We're definitely not sticking in the warm brown tones. I'm definitely going a little ham. I want to let my creative side out a little bit. So I'm going to take this shade right here, which I'm not going to say its name on camera because I think we're a family-friendly channel. And I'm not trying to get demonetized, but it's the F word, which you guys I'm sure know. And I'm going to take it on a Sigma E40. And I'm honestly really curious to know how these shadows work because I have never purchased a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette before. And I have heard some good things. So I'm just going to take it, dust off the excess, and I'm just going to work this into my crease. And we have a lot of pigment, so I get nervous with the shades that are really neon just because I feel that some of them aren't done well. They're just kind of blah. I've used a lot from different brands I just feel like these shadows are never really made that great, but this shadow, the pigment is really nice. It's blending like a dream. So I'm just really curious to see what we can come up with the colors in this palette. I'm definitely trying to get a little crazy, so bear with me. The whole shadow practically blended itself, so that is impressive. I'm then going to take this shade right here, which is called Cherry Wet, and I'm going to be using that on a slightly smaller brush. I'm going to be taking that on a Morphe M433. It has a similar color already on it, so I'm going to just take this. This is definitely a denser brush, so it's going to help pack the pigment on in a more precise location instead of just kind of buffing it out like we did the first one. So back to what I was talking about anxiety and depression. I feel like I have always really dealt with anxiety, though. I've had a lot of anxiety that goes along with my gender dysphoria, a lot of body dysphoria, just a lot of different stuff I've had. So anxiety definitely is not something that is new to me. I think personally I've had a really tough time handling anxiety and depression packed onto each other. I think that has been an extremely difficult thing for me to handle, which, I mean, anybody. So I just have kind of admitted defeat a little bit, but I'm back. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing makeup on camera. I've been posting to Instagram a little bit, this past week or so, but I think I'm definitely getting the hang of just kind of pulling myself out and just telling myself, like, if you stay there, you're never going to accomplish anything you want. But right now, I am in a really good place. I've, kind of figured my shit out, and I am finding who I am again and all that stuff. But I wanted you guys to kind of understand where I'm coming from and where I was the past couple of months and why I really didn't come to YouTube. I could not film. I honestly was in such a deep, dark place that, like, I really honestly couldn't even get out of bed most days. I'm definitely in this for you guys as much as I am in it for myself. The next shade I'm going to take is this raspberry shade right here, and I'm going to take it on I'm going to take it on a Sigma Tapered Blending E45, and I am going to pack this on my outer corner in this little socket right here. I'm just going to take this in my crease a little bit and just really carve this out. I want to have semi kind of a cut crease, but not really. I'm then going to go ahead and take the shade Delicious, which is this deep navy shade at the bottom of the palette, and I'm going to take it on a Smith 247 brush, and I'm going to pack this right in this outer corner. I want that to be super deep, super dark, super rich with color. I'm just going to pack it in this outer corner and slightly just drag it a little bit to kind of go into that wing that we kind of have created. These shadows definitely do blend like a dream. I mean, so whoever did say that, I mean, they were absolutely correct. I mean, these shadows are beautiful. I mean, they're extremely pigmented, especially for the color range. I mean, I'm definitely impressed. So if you guys have ever kind of wanted to get a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, I recommend it. Hi, how are you? This blend, though, is sickening. Do you guys understand that? Like, this is so good. What I'm doing, though, is I'm just keep adding shades. I'm just building up the pigment a little bit more to what I want. But honestly, you could leave it like this, and it's pigmented AF. Guys, I just want to let you know I'm kind of obsessed with how this is coming out. So let's hope this next part doesn't ruin it. Keep our fingers crossed. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take the shade Wow, which is this shade right here. It's this bright yellow, and I'm going to take it on this brush, which is a Luxie 209. The reason I'm taking it on that is because this will pack this shadow on it real well. So let's see. Keep our fingers crossed. I think I'm going to cut my crease. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet, so let's just see what happens. I've yet to see a yellow perform well. It usually just kind of darkens to a mustardy shade and not staying like this bright. So I'm going to take it just right on this inner corner here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my crease. I just am taking a little concealer brush and some concealer, and I'm just going to lay this. I'm going to lay it down. I'm not really sure what. Okay, so sorry if you guys can hear my like washer and dryer in the back, whatever. We're going to keep going. The tutorial's almost over. So then we're going to take LillyLashes in the style Miami, which I have been obsessed with lately. I have these and the Rome pair. I thought because this look was a little bit more dramatic that we could go a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to be taking my new favorite lash glue of all time. It is still by Duo, but it is the brush on adhesive. I actually am obsessed with this. It dries really quickly, and it sticks right to my eye in a matter of 30 seconds flat. I don't know why I've been using the black for the past, I don't know, 3 years. I just feel like this is the best. It's so much easier to apply. It's so much less of a mess because you just paint it on and you give it literally probably like 20 seconds. I just kind of wave it around and then you apply it to your eye, and it's like stuck there all day. And it's even sticky after I take it off and until like the next use. So now that we're done with the eyes, we are going to move on to the skin to finish that off. And I'm going to bronze. So we're going to take the Marc Jacobs bronzer in Tan-tastic 104. 104 Tan-tastic? Whatever. And I'm going to take this Morphe M527. And I'm just going to go ahead and bronze and sculpt to the face, just because I feel like we are losing a little bit of our definition. And this bronzer is literally so smooth. It is not too warm, not too cool, and it really just warms up my skin really nicely. Also contouring, because I don't like contour powders. I just think they're a little too cool on me, and they make me look like someone like socked me in the face and like I'm kind of trying to cover a bruise. And I don't necessarily like that, so I like something that's a little bit more on the neutral side, so then I don't have to like add warmth and sculpt. Like I can just kind of I can just do both at once. Then I'm going to take my smaller brush, which is the Smith 110, and I'm just going to kind of sculpt a little bit higher on my cheek. This will just help me get in the areas that I couldn't really get in with that huge brush. I am going to sculpt down my nose. This isn't really a nose contour, honestly. I don't really contour my nose. I just drag the bronzer kind of down alongside of it. It just kind of slims it a little bit without like contouring it. I just think that for me it looks just a little crazy for me to contour my nose. I don't know. I mean, power to the people. It's just not something that works for me. I'm going to take the Anastasia Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. I've been obsessed with this forever. I'm just going to take these two shades right here, mix them together, and just apply them on my cheek. This is going to bring a little bit more warmth back, so instead of having to apply like a warm bronzer, I'll just apply an orangey warm blush, because that's going to bring back some warmth. And I love this blush. I've loved this blush for years. Ever since I got it in PR, I've been like obsessed with it. And I use it every single day. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray my face before I apply my highlighter. And I'm using the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix 02. I don't really know. I think this is new. I also got this in PR. And I've been using this also. It's replaced my Urban Decay. And I am just going to douse my face in this. Ugh. It smells so good. Like, so good. I'm just going to go ahead and close my palette. And I'm going to use it as a fan. A $60 fan. And for the final step of the tutorial, we are going to apply our highlighter. I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever. This is the Profusion Light 02. It's the gold one. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this right at the top of my cheeks. Damn. Then I'm going to dust a little on my nose, the tip of my nose. I'm going to then apply it just kind of above my brow, just for a little bit of sheen. I was going to layer a highlight, but honestly, I think I'm good. I'm going to spray my face just one more time. Hopefully tone that down just a little. Okay, I lied. The last step is a lip, and I'm just going to apply a gloss. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Up in Prism Rose. Do not mind my puppy upstairs literally going crazy. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed my kind of chit chat ramble / testing new makeup. Definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button down below. I would definitely appreciate it. Join the family. If you guys want to check out some other videos I have, I will have them linked right here. Stay on the channel, have a couple laughs, learn a couple makeup techniques, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.